0000.
360-435-0000.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, now you, Mr. Graham, can you unmute yourself, please?
This is Trayvon, maybe.
No. All right, we're going to start. He's just going to have to. Mr. Graham, you got to unmute yourself, please. All right, let's get going. We got all the people here. Start with Mr. Gaines. All right. What's your date of birth, Mr. Gaines?
September 18, 1995.
All right, that's not you.
I do have one. Let me just see if I can.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Trayvon Patterson Gaines. Case numbers SP 11671446, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 11671447, count 1. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Rachel Jordan, appearing on behalf of Trayvon Gaines, present by Zoom.
All right, very well. Let me just ask you, Ms. Jordan, do you have a copy of the docket?
I do.
And I want to let everybody know that I'm very pleased to have a very good defense lawyer in the room, and Mrs. Jordan. And I'm very confident that if there's any advocacy that she can do on your behalf to make matters better for you, she's going to do that. I know she will. With that being said, we do not have the city attorney in here. So, Mr. Gaines, I'm going to relay this offer to you. And this is, Jordan has in front of her what your charges are. And I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of what you can expect. Everybody in this room is going to have an absolute right to a trial if they choose to. So if you have some kind of situation where you need to discuss and you want to present some kind of information to Mrs. Jordan and ask her about that, and by the way of maybe it wasn't you, maybe the actions you feel you want to be heard and you want to defend yourself on the matter and you want to run that by Mrs. Jordan, I'll put you in a breakout room so that you can speak with her. And if you need some clarifications on the nature of the charge and what's expected of you, I'll put you in that breakout room as well. But for this case, sir, you got, well, if you plead to the amended count of improper plates and responsible for the defective equipment, I'll fine you $240 for the improper plates. That's a misdemeanor. That does not abstract to the Secretary of State. So it'll just be a misdemeanor. I'll fine you $240. It won't have any points. And then a defective equipment ticket, you plead responsible for that, then I'll fine you $120 for that. And that's not an abstractable ticket either. And the other two charges will be dismissed. If you want to take that offer, we can do that now. If you want to speak to Mrs. Jordan about that offer, I can do that as well. Or if you want to set a trial date, then you've got your full right to have a trial in the matter. What would you like to do, sir?
I'll take that breakout room. I want to talk to, I'm sorry.
Very well. I advise that. That's what I would advise. But some people want to get it over with quicker than later, rather than later.
Judge, what was his offer again?
His offer is improper plate His offer is improper plate and responsible for the defective equipment. That's $240 plus $120.
Okay. All right. He's already in the breakout room?
Yes.
Okay.
Will you be doing signing flyers and big 33? Okay, you know, when I just let me know that, okay?
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay.
I have Diamond Odell K. I have,
Yes.
what? All right, and that's Diamond Odell K. I have, Mr. Damontes Gill.
Yes, I'm here.
Is that the one and only Attorney Larry Pope? It is.
It is. How are you?
It is. It's a pleasure to see you, sir.
You as well, sir. My
How can
pleasure.
we help you today?
I have a Yvette Lamb that has a matter before this court.
Yeah, yes, that's the one.
And what is your pleasure? Do you want, I can get you the offer, or I can give you another date? What was your pleasure, sir?
I'd like to know what the offer is, Judge, and then I can decide if we need another date.
All right, Mr. Moore, I'm gonna check you in as well. Mr. Moore, I got a question. Are you Mr. Moore, or are you signing in on Greg Moore's computer or device?
No, this is Greg Moore. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Who do you have, Mr. Moore?
Yvette Lamb.
So I got two people for Yvette Lamb. I got the one and only
I
Larry.
made a motion to withdraw, and she told me Larry Poe was gonna take over.
Okay, very, very good. Very good. All right, let's do this. Let's call the cases. This is the city of Detroit versus Yvette Patrice Lamb. Case numbers SP 1138131, counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 1138129, counts 1, 2, and 3. You can put your appearances on the record.
Good afternoon, may
Good.
it please the Honorable Court. Larry Polk on behalf of Yvette Lamb.
Mr. Moore.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Greg Moore, P3 4437. I'm making a motion to withdraw for Ms. Lamb.
Okay, let's see here. So, Mr. Pope, all right, let's start by saying, the court will grant your motion to withdraw, Mr. Moore.
Thank you.
As I see you pass the matter off to an equally distinguished attorney in Mr. Pope, and I know he's,
more so.
well, hey, that's you. I'm gonna just give you credit for what you do, and I'm giving credit for what he does. So I'll grant that motion to withdraw, Mr. Moore, and I appreciate you passing the matter off. And I think we had discussion last time about Mrs. Lamb wasn't available at that time, if I'm correct, and I had no problem letting you out of the case, but I just wanted to make sure that she was advised. And I don't know if she's here now, but I know that she's that you passed her off in good hands. So based on that,
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day, Mr. Moore.
Okay.
All right, now I called 6 cases, and so Mr. Pope, I don't know if you know Mrs. Lamb. Let's call SP 1181082, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1188-945, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1199-353, counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 1199-356-1. And you've already put your appearance on the record. Let's see. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are on the docket today. 1, 2, 3. And then the other.
Oh, yes.
8. So I think I got all of those encompassed in the calling of the cases. Now, as it relates to the offer, this offer does not encompass all of what Mrs. Lamb has been charged with. And
With that being said, then I do request another date so that I can get a universal resolution of all these cases.
do you have a particular date that now let's address Ms. Lamb too. Mr. Pope, I know you just probably signed on here, but I have never seen Mrs. Lamb. So as it relates to that, you know, can Mrs. Lamb at some point grace our presence and you know, I know she's up here hiring these high-powered lawyers and they're gonna do all the legwork for her, but I would like to see her sometime.
Well, Judge, I guarantee you'll be at the next hearing. I guarantee it.
Very well. Okay, you got a date in mind, Mr. Pope?
No, I'm gonna make myself available for when the court sees fit. I'm fine.
Do you know if your client has a license or not?
I believe it does, Judge, but I don't want to make any real hardcore representations until I've had an opportunity to speak to her.
All right, run her license. And the only reason I asked that, sir, is because I want to, if it's something that she's trying to get a license for, I'll make it sooner rather than later. If it's something that it's just she has a license and they're just pending cases, then we could just go with the regular pretrial date of October 14th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see if she has a license.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
She's valid, sir. So October 14th, 2021 at 8:30. We'll put that down as a pretrial, and hopefully we'll have an updated offer when that case comes back on their day.
Okay, thank you, Judge. October 14th, 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, sir. Good to see you.
You have a great day.
All right. So we'll grant that motion to withdraw for Mr.
Okay.
Moore and put Mr. Pope on as counsel of record.
Okay.
All right, back on the record, or did we ever call Mr. Trayvon Gaines' cases?
I believe we did
We did,
call.
Your Honor.
Okay.
We did.
Back on the record with Mr. Gaines. You've had an opportunity, Mr. Gaines, to speak with counsel in the breakout room. Counselor, how would your client want to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I wanted to just let you know that he does have valid documentation. He got his registration and he did show a receipt showing that he got the purchase the bulb for his tail light. So
How about you forward that information to me?
okay. How
Now,
can
is that information, and you know, well, just give me the information, Counselor.
If you can, Mr. Gaines, hold your receipt back up to the screen.
Okay, that's for the O'Reilly, and I'm not gonna go, and I'm not so much concerned about that as much, I don't think that you would go to O'Reilly and spend any money on something and you know that was broken. So if you can put that down, sir. I'm mostly concerned with the insurance and the unregistered untitled.
Oh, okay. Here's my registration.
Okay, I'm looking at a registration that, what is that, September 18th, 2022 for a 2005 Ford Silver in color. All right, and that expires on, is that 9/18?
2020.
2020.
2022.
2022.
So let me see what you have as it relates to insurance, sir.
This is my proof of insurance.
All right. Ford Explorer. All right, I don't see, okay, I do see 844. I see that this is, what's the date on that? Is that expires 11/27/2021? All right, based on that, sir, we're gonna dismiss the matters. You've had show valid documentation of a registration, insurance, and you have fixed the what I suppose you fixed the brake light.
Absolutely.
Provided valid docs. And all right. So, Mr. Gaines, we're going to dismiss all the matters. You provided the court with valid documentation. If there's nothing further, sir, you have a very good day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right, let's go to Mr. Laster. You there, Mr. Laster?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir. Well, let's see. I can already see where this is going. So, this is the city of Detroit. Wait a minute. When were you born, sir?
September 28th, 1996.
You seem like you had a little problem with that birthday.
No, I was trying to get my information for you guys together.
Okay, so it looks like another Christopher Lee Laster here.
My father.
Yeah, making you look a little bad, sir.
I didn't hear you.
Nothing out.
Yeah, I think this is. Thank you. This one too.
Is your dad still around?
Yes, he is. I believe me and him don't really talk. So, but I believe he's still in Detroit.
All right. Well, I won't say any more to that. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus Christopher Lee Laster Jr. Case number SP 1184993, counts 1, 2, and 3. Also, case number SP 11853361.
Rachel Jordan appearing on behalf of Christopher Laster. Can you please state your name? I'm sorry.
Let me add this, counselor. We're also talking about case number 1740851 6, counts 1 and counts 2, which are in warrant status. Now you can put your appearance on the record, Counselor.
Rachel Jordan appearing on behalf of Christopher Lee Laster Jr., I should say.
Yeah, distinguish that. All right, so, Mr. Laster, based on the nature of your charge, I got a 21 to 25 over, sir. I don't know. I know it's an allegation. I know it's an allegation, and I know you have a right to be presumed innocent, and you're going to continue that right in this courtroom. But based on that, there's no offer in your file because, well, there is an offer in your file. I don't know if the offer can potentially get better if you take the Michigan defensive driving course, though. And that offer here is to plead to the amended count of failure to display for one of the charges, plead to driving 70 in a 55, which would be 15 over, and I think that would save you a point on your driving record as opposed to having 4 points, you'd have 3 points. And then we'll dismiss the other matters. However, if you're willing to take the Michigan defensive driving course, sir, I'm sure that offer can get a lot better for you as it relates to the speeding portion of this ticket, because that is going to automatically give you 3 points on your license if you accept that. And we try to make it reasonable because even if you have to pay a couple extra dollars up front, we know that if the insurance company gets a hold of you with 3 points, then it'll be bad for you for the next couple of years or so. So based on that, and you also have an absolute right to a trial, so you can contest these matters, and I can put you in a breakout room to talk to Mrs. Jordan, who is very astute on all things criminal and traffic and probably a whole lot of other things.
Yeah.
Would you like?
Can I speak, Your Honor?
Well, I don't want you to say too much about the facts of the case. If you do, if you need to know about what I've just availed to you, you can speak.
No. It was just so.
All right.
Even though
You want me to put you in I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mrs. Jordan. Speak to her, and you can have a confidential conversation and talk about whatever relates to this case is that you want to. All right.
Okay.
Ms. Jordan, let your client know that I've seen he's gonna have to bring some discussion to the table about that class and be prepared to take notes. And I've seen the city attorney go all the way down to a blocking traffic for that related offense and speeding. So, he can potentially avoid those points, but if he's got a defense, if he wants to put on a defense, whether it is, I don't care about the facts of it, then we'll give him a right to it. We'll give him a trial.
Okay.
All right. Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. So it's connected. Yep, that's Richard. He on my phone.
You hear me? How you doing, sir? Can you hear me?
Okay, I have Mr. Lene Lowe. If you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, Your Honor.
How are you doing, Ms. Lowe? Let me see if I see your name here. I do not. So I'll get your information in a minute. I have Alicia Balmer. That doesn't look like Alicia though.
How you doing? This is me right here, sir.
What's your first name, sir?
My first name is Richard Earl Lyman Randolph. That's my whole name. First name Richard.
Richard Earl.
Yeah. Lyman Randolph.
All right, you missed your court date.
I know, sir. I thought it was today. They told me to zoom in. I had the dates mixed up. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was today, sir.
You don't need to apologize. We're just gonna get the people that is court date. You're just gonna have to mute yourself and wait for your name to be called, all right? It shouldn't be that long.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. All right. Where are we? Did they get in that breakout room? They're in that breakout room still, right? So where's Mr. Gill? File. Let's see what his is. Mr. Gill. All right. All right, let's pass the matter of Laster until they get out of the breakout room. And let's call Mr. Gill. Hold on, let me see. All right, this is a simple one. This is the City of Detroit versus DeMontez Joseph Gill, case number 2139971, counts 1 and counts 2, 213997131. All right. I also have, well, that's a criminal matter. So that's not gonna be a part of this. So let's, Mr. Gill, are you there?
Right here, sir.
All right, Mr. Gill, there's an offer here in the file for you to plead responsible to the window tinting ticket. I'm gonna fine you if you wanna plead to that.
No, sir, I'm not going to plead to that because my tint is actually legal.
Okay. Well, you didn't let me finish what I was saying, but you don't want to take that deal anyway. And it's your belief that your tint is actually legal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. 43121. And I would suggest you don't plead to that either, because I see this went along with the related case. So, the related criminal case. So, do you have a lawyer in that case, sir?
Yes, I do.
Kathy Murphy?
Yes, that's my lawyer.
I would suggest your lawyer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a pretrial date, and I'm going to put this out until October 14th.
Okay. Could I actually say something, sir? That's okay.
Well, I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the facts of the case. I can put you in a breakout room with the lawyer, and you can discuss the facts of the case with the lawyer. But what I will say is this. I will say that based on the nature of the charge you've been charged with, and probably this window tint may have a lot to do with how it ended up the way it did, I just would rather you just deal with the underlying charge first. And let me see when your next court date is for that. It says here that you have a probable cause conference today. Had you appeared on that today, sir?
Yeah, my conference is at 10 in the morning.
It was at 10 this morning, right?
Yeah.
Let me see, they didn't give you, and let's include, put your appearance on the record, Mrs. Jordan.
Is this on Gil?
This is on Gil.
Rachel Jordan, appearing on behalf of Mr. Gil.
Okay, so here's the situation. Mr. Gill has these traffic matters, and the offer was to plead to a window tinting, and it's an unregistered, untitled, and a no insurance misdemeanors also, and those would be dismissed. And what I do see is Mr. Gill has a related a felony matter that arose out of the same transaction and occurrence. Mr. Gill, do you have a date when you're supposed to be back in court the next time for this other matter?
I actually go back to court for sentencing on the 14th of October.
On the 14th of October. So you've already resolved the case for them, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mrs. Rachel Jordan, Attorney Jordan, so that you can speak with her. He's apprehensive about taking the window tint deal because he feels that his tints were legal. At least that's what he told the court. I didn't get into the substance of how he feels that way or what happened out there on the scene or what windows were tinted. I didn't get any facts and circumstances of the case. I just wanted to stop him there because I saw that related felony matter. And if he tells me that that felony matter is being resolved, I don't have any problem of putting this back over until October 14th on the same day. Let him get sentence on that, and then we deal with that at that time. I don't have a problem with that, but I did want him to have a chance to speak with you because he did want to say some things. So before I let him say some things, I want him to have the benefit of counsel.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Jordan. Now, on another matter, just I'm going to put you in the room, sir. Join the room, and Mrs. Jordan will be in there momentarily. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
So, Ms. Jordan, as it relates to Laster, what are we doing with Mr. Laster?
Your Honor, we're just going to ask that this be set for a pretrial.
Another pretrial. Okay. All right. You can go ahead in that room, Mrs. Jordan. We're going to pass Mr. Gill's matter until you guys come out and after you have that discussion. But you know the offer, and I have no problem with setting this over till October 14th in that felony case, or October 15th. And probably if he's getting sentence on that, and the offer here is just a window tinting ticket, and I'd be willing to dismiss all of it.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. So we'll pass Mr. Gill. We'll go back on the record with Mr. Laster. Mr. Laster. You can join that room, Ms. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Laster, you have had the opportunity to speak with, and now, Ms. Jordan, Mr. Laster, do you want to take, are we putting this over for you to take that Michigan defensive driving course?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to get all this over with. I'm trying to get my CDLs right now, and my house is being sold, so I'm kind of looking for a home right now for my kids and me. So I'm just trying to get all this passed over.
Okay, I respect the fact that you need to have some expeditious finality to this, and I want to try to provide you that. But you said you're trying to get your CDL, and this would go a long way in helping you get that, because you will hopefully be able to avoid some points, and I think that's the reason why you want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm putting in the chat the Michigan defensive driving course that we want you to take. Please select the Detroit defensive driving option when you do that. All right, I'll put that in the chat. Oh, I'll put that to Mr. Lowe. I'm gonna put that to everybody, just in case your matter relates to speeding like this or some kind of other.
To be honest, Your Honor, I remember that day, and I was just running a little bit late from work. And
Listen, stop, sir, stop. I'm not asking you, this is not the time to confess your sins, okay? You know, this is if it comes to that, you'll have that opportunity. Right now, we're giving you an opportunity to take this course. Now, you've articulated to the court that you're looking to get a CDL and you're looking for your situation because you're trying to get your situation back together. I'm going to give you until September 15th to take this course. I put the course in the chat. I hope you see that. And you see that in the chat, sir? Down at the bottom, it has a chat button there. You should have some messages.
No, I do not.
I'm gonna put it up there again.
Do you see what he's talking about? He said it should be down in the corner.
No, it should be down in the middle under chat.
Under chat.
So you see chat, you hit that chat button and you'll see the conversations that I've been texting. I said, I want you to basically take the www.michigandefensivedriving.com, okay? And I want you to select the Detroit defensive driving option. What I will do, and that's what I put in the chat so you're clear on exactly which one you're taking. What I'll do is I'll set this matter for a pretrial of September 15, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. However, if you complete this course, the quicker you complete this course and send me the certificate from this course, then I will pull your file and we can hear your matter the next morning after I get that. I sent also my email address in the chat. Are you getting those chats, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I suggest you take a screenshot of those and you can have that readily available. So what I'm saying is, I know you want to get this over with. You're trying to get your CDL. So I'm giving you the opportunity to zoom in. When you get finished with that course, you email me that course, and then you zoom in the next morning and we'll pull your file and hear the case. If I don't hear from you anytime before September 15th, then September 15th, 2021 at 8:30, we're going to expect that course to be complete and we're going to expect to have some discussion on what you learned from that course, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. May
Go ahead.
May I ask how much money should I have around?
Well, listen. Let's not worry about the money right now. You pay for the course, okay? The course, I think, is about $60. You've already articulated your situation. The court is going to take note of that, and whatever resolution we come to, I'm going to give you some time to pay it. So we're not going to talk about money right now. You get your stuff together. You take that course. You concentrate on that. You've already been upfront about your situation. I know sometimes are a little bit difficult right now, and we respect that, okay?
Yes, sir.
So just do the course and put time in the course, sir. Make sure that you take notes and bring something to the court on that day of some substance that you learn and that you may think that other people listening online could learn, because there's a lot to learn in that course. I think every driver should have to be refreshed on something like that every 5 to 10 years. But with that being said, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you know that you can zoom in as soon as you finish that course once you send me that information?
Yes.
All right, we'll deal with all of that then. If I don't see you any time before September 15th, sir, I will see you on September 15th. I wish you and your family good luck. And if if there's no further questions, sir, you're free to leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Yeah, CDL, I'll put it on there. All right. Ms. Jordan, Mr. Gill, let's go back on the record for Mr. Gill. He hasn't gotten out of that breakout room yet.
Now, I popped back in to ask a question. So
We're back on
apparently
the record. We're back on the record with Mr. Gill. Okay, go ahead.
apparently he has a letter from his doctor about the window tints. So he wanted to see if he could send it to me with his registration and insurance to see if we could resolve it today.
Yes. Now, again, this relates to a, and now, the only thing this relates to a criminal matter.
Okay.
And what he says he's being sentenced, I don't see that on the file here. He says he's being sentenced, and it could be just a case of the court has not entered that information in yet. He was in court today at 10 a.m. So, with that being said, I would rather him just come back on say October the 15th. Let's say October the 15th, after he's taken care of the other matter, and I'm inclined to just dismiss it anyway without any proof on that day if he's already got the more serious matter he's being sentenced on. There's no sense in if he's got a felony matter that he's dealing with in whatever regard, he's going to be on some sort of probation. I'm thinking, because they say sentencing, and that's we're not trying to just squeeze all the life out of them. This is just a tenant window tint.
Okay.
So let them know that.
Okay. I will be right back.
You have any other question?
No.
All right. Okay. I have what I believe is Miss.
They don't care about the sign at all, do they?
Is that Miss Lamb up there?
Hmm?
That's Miss Lamb all raising your hand, isn't it? You gotta unmute yourself, ma'am.
Who, Miss Lamb?
Go to your audio button in the bottom left corner.
I got it, Judge Perkins, I got it.
Is this Miss Lamb?
Yes.
Is that Patrice Lamb?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I see your face. Your attorney came in here. You got a very good lawyer. So,
what lawyer is that?
Larry Polk.
Yes.
Larry Polk. So,
thank you.
All right. So, did he gave you your court date, right?
He called me. We've been.
Well, you keep in contact. We gave you a court date of October 14th.
Okay.
All right.
You said Larry Polk. Wait a minute, Judge. I'm trying to hear you. It's like we're going in and out. What happened?
Larry Polk is your lawyer, your new lawyer.
Yes.
And we gave you a court date of October 14th, 2021. Okay?
Okay.
All right, very well. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, back on the record with Mr. Damontes Gill. Mr. Gill, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to Mr. Jordan in a breakout room. And we've kind of gone over the particulars of your case here. Do you understand
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I can't hear you, Judge.
Yeah. Okay. Do you understand the court's position, sir?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so we'll have you back on October 15th, 2021. And I'm gonna write on the file sort of a note for us of what I told you today. I mentioned to your lawyer that, you know, these matters, what we'll do is we'll put this over to October 15, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And I said, I see we have a related felony matter, and you told me that you're supposed to be sentenced on October 14, 2021 in that matter. So that leads me to believe that you're gonna be on some sort of probation or something. So
Yes, sir, I am.
if that's the case, sir, and I'll see that in the computer on the 15th when you come back, the court will be willing to dismiss the matters. You don't even have to show any documentation or anything, okay?
Okay, sounds good. But can I just say one thing?
Certainly.
If you can actually, I'm going to talk to Kathy one more time, but if you can actually confirm that court date, just to make sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm trusting that you're telling me the right thing, and I, if it's not actually the 14th, I don't think that you're coming into court lying. You know, you may have just made a mistake on the date. So
yeah,
we'll see you back on the 15th, and we'll deal with it then. Right now, it's just an allegation. It's not going to prevent you from driving or anything like that unless you got some other stuff in other jurisdictions. Here, you only have that. It's going to be pending. It'll stay pending until we get to get you back. Okay.
All right. Sounds good, Judge.
All right. Very well. Have a great day, sir. If there's nothing further, you have a good day.
All right. You do too.
All right.
Motion for state members, that's why.
Okay,
So
got it.
I wrote everything for the city.
Got it.
All that right there are state. So that's what.
All right. Mrs. Diamond Odell Curtin. She'll be an easy one as well if she wants to take the deal.
I'm here.
All right. Let me. Okay, this is the city of Detroit versus Diamond Odell Kirkland. Case numbers SP 1167228. Counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 1167230. SX 387577. Counts 1 and 2. Let's see if we can include this one in here just for good measure. We will do that. We will call case number 207154671, which is a civil infraction that is in default. Appearance for the record, please.
Rachel Jordan appearing on behalf of Ms. Odell Kirkland.
Okay, Ms. Odell Kirkland, can you turn your video on, please, ma'am?
Yep.
All right, Ms. Kirkland, good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Did you hear me, Counselor, that 207154671, failure to stop the civil infraction is in default? Just had 11/13/2020. Would you like to make a motion on that?
Yes, I would make a motion to set that aside.
All right. Hearing no objection, I'm going to set that default aside. I'll allow Mrs. Kirkland an opportunity to be heard on that. Mrs. Odell Kirkland, you have a careless driving civil infraction, ma'am. That is a 3-point offense, ma'am. There's no recommendation in your file because the city attorney wants you as well to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. Now that'd be totally up to you, ma'am, but if you don't want to take the course, then your only options are to plead straight up to the matters or to take them to trial. I can put you in a breakout room. If you notice in the chat there, if you look at your screen down there, there's a chat that I sent to you with that class. I have Mrs. Jordan on the line. You can speak with her in a breakout room as it relates to that class and what's going to be expected of you. And upon successful completion of that class and you showing the court or certificate and having some very good dialogue about what you learned in that class, offer will be available to you at that time. You understand all that, ma'am?
Yes. Can I get in the breakout room or ask you about
Yes,
one?
you
I
can.
know
You
one of.
can definitely get in the breakout room. I'm gonna put that up there for you now.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Graham, I see your hand is raised. I tried calling your case in the beginning and you didn't have your audio connected. So
I'll just make sure you didn't call my name, sir.
Yeah, I see you got your audio connected now. And let me ask you this, what is your name?
Patrell Graham.
Spell that first name for me.
Katrell.
Katrell or ELL?
Yes. Katrell.
You got Mr. Graham's.
Can you repeat that again?
No, we got you. We didn't have your first name. It just had Trey Graham, and I didn't know if that was the Trail Graham or not. So just mute yourself until we call your name. We'll get with you shortly, sir.
I'm just pouring over it. Would I be able to?
Mute yourself, sir.
Can you repeat that again?
I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you until I call your name. When I call your name, be ready to unmute yourself, all right?
All right.
Richard Lyman?
Yes, walk in.
Oh, yes. Let me get low. All state matters?
Yes, yeah, I called you.
It's a couple of cities.
Where's low?
I'm here.
I can't see you, man. I can see you now. Are you driving now?
Yes, because I had jury duty.
All right, well, you got to pull over, man. You're not even supposed to be behind the wheel. Why would you come to court driving with all of this stuff? That makes no sense at all. Here's Mr. All right, we're going to make this easy. Let's call the case of City of Detroit versus Catrell Deshaun Graham. Case numbers SP 1191512, counts 1, 2, and 3, and 217-287-041, and 217-287-051. Appearance for the record, please. Anyway, Mr. Graham, there is a offer in your file, and that's because the nature of the charge of speeding 26 miles an hour over the speed limit. My only hope is at least, I hope, matter. You're gonna have to keep your background quiet, sir.
Well, right now I'm at work, sir.
All right.
One moment. I'm about to get out.
We'll have a little exercise, a little more restraint with you then. But I'm gonna say,
Hold on. I'm getting out the van now, sir.
are you there? All right, we're gonna pass this matter. What about Mrs. Odell Kirk?
So we're gonna set it for a pre-trial, Your Honor. And she does have 2 other cases that she's scheduled for sometime in October before you for an arraignment. We were hoping that maybe they all could be set for. Pardon me?
I believe I called them all. I called the SP 1167228 counts 1, 2, and 3, and I called the SP 1167230 and I called the SX 3875771 counts 1 and 2.
Okay, that's it.
There you go. And I even threw in there the 207154671. That's the civil infraction. You made the motion to set aside the default.
Okay.
All right. So, does Mrs. Odell Kirkland, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, ma'am. Do you understand what's expected of you?
Yes.
And you're willing to take that class?
Yes.
All right. Do you have a driver's license now, ma'am?
No, it's suspended now.
Is it suspended related to these matters? It doesn't appear.
Yeah, I was told, yeah, I'm assuming it's suspended because of these matters.
It doesn't appear that your driver's license should be suspended related to these matters. So I don't see anything. Oh, it's suspended probably related to that failure to stop civil infraction.
Honestly, I think it might be that one because before then it wasn't. It wasn't.
I see it that one, and I don't know what happened and why that didn't get scheduled with the other stuff. Well, let's see. You got pulled over 3 different times. That's why. All right. So what I'll do is I'll afford you the opportunity too, ma'am. I'm going to give a pretrial date of September 15th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. But I'll afford you the opportunity to finish the class and Zoom back in, and we want to have that discussion. I'm gonna again put this class in the chat so you can get the right class. Can you screenshot that? Do you see that pop up?
Yeah,
in the chat? Can you screenshot that address? And then I'm gonna put my email address, and I want you to screenshot that as well, so you'll have both of those things. When you get done taking that class, ma'am, you can Zoom back in the day after you send me that certificate, and be prepared to have some discussion. And I do that for you because I understand that your license is suspended. So the quicker you take care of this class, the quicker we can get this stuff resolved and get this behind you. But if I don't see you in the meantime, I'll see you back here on September 15th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So Zoom in on any day but Wednesday, ma'am. All right. If you got any day but Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, you have a great day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Who's on Avery's iPhone? You have your hand raised.
Lene Lowe.
Okay, that's Ms. Lowe. All right, let's deal with Mrs. Lowe. All right. This is Mrs. Lowe who comes to court, and I can appreciate the fact that you're coming to court. But she's driving and letting everybody see that, and she has a horrible record. You should not even be behind the wheel. Horrible. Haven't paid a dime, and you're driving, but you're here. So let's call the cases. And I suspect you're gonna keep on driving too, aren't you, Miss Lowe?
No.
Yeah. All right. That's what you say, but all right, let's call the case. Mrs. Lowe, I guess you were not on the docket today. Can we get a printout of all that you have?
Oh, he has it.
Take it, John.
Oh, it's just pages. All right, let's say City of Detroit versus Lene Lowe, case numbers SP 1146116, counts 1 and 2. We're not even going to get to the matters that are in default civil infractions. We're just going to call the ones that are pending, the ones that are misdemeanors and warrant status, and the misdemeanors that are outstanding. This one is in warrant status. SP 6524511, SP 859892, counts 1 and counts 2, SX 3588913, count 2, 136298923, 17311722, 17351520, 173930711. Appearance for the record, please.
Rachel Jordan appearing on behalf of Ms. Lowe.
All right, Ms. Lowe, where have you been, ma'am?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Where do you care to share the court where you've been?
I've been trying to get on a payment plan with the courts. My mother been helping me.
Where is your mother?
She's at work right now.
Are you working, ma'am?
No, I'm not working right now.
And when's the last time you worked?
I haven't worked in over a year or so due to the pandemic. I was a frontline worker at a senior living place called Brookdale.
All right. Now, and I'm not gonna beat up on you, ma'am. I just want to get an understanding so it can kind of help me to try and help you on how to proceed. But I see these matters go all the way back to 2013. So how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. So I'm just going to say that we're going to chalk this up to youthful indiscretion then. And that you're here now and you're looking for some resolution, albeit you're doing the very thing that got you into all of this situation. Right?
Yes.
All right. I think this is going to be a matter that needs to draw some more attention. As far as I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 misdemeanors. And that doesn't even include the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 civil infractions that went along with that. With that being said, well, let's say this. You have an offer to clear up the city matters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the half of the state as half of the open cases. Then the other half would be state matters. One of them is an open intox passenger. A lot of these tickets go back 2017, 2016. Let's see here. That's the state matter. 2019. Uh, 2016. Counselor, do you want to speak with your client in a breakout room?
Sure.
You know, with the nature of the charges and the length of time that has gone by, I don't know if you can help her into devising a strategy to sort of get rid of these cases. But what I will say, and this is just because, Mrs. Lowe, you've articulated to the court that you're not working right now, I will say that we'll add on another state matter, something in the nature of a misdemeanor and a $240 fine. So it'll be 3 $240 fines, and you can resolve it that way. But maybe you can talk to Mrs. Jordan and come up with a better plan.
Okay.
You have any children, Mrs. Lowe?
Yes, I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's 8 years old.
Okay. Very well, ma'am. Speak to Mrs. Jordan in the breakout room and we'll try to figure this out.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Graham, you're back again.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry about that.
All right, Mr. Graham, we're back on the record with Mr. Cottrell Graham. And Mr. Graham, based on the nature of the allegation, it says you're doing 26 miles to 30 miles an hour over on a city street. Now, I'm not going to get into the particulars of the facts and circumstances that were surrounding that, or if it's even true or not, or if you have some kind of defense if it is true. I'm going to say that there's no offer in the file because of that excessive speeding, but the city attorney has here that if you take the Michigan Defensive Driving course, provide us with that certificate of completion of that course, and come into court on the scheduled date with some robust discussion of what you learned in that course, then he will provide you with an offer that I think that you can live with. If there's the other two options that you have are speak straight up to the
Be quiet, be quiet.
The other two options are either to plead straight up to the matter or to take it to trial. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm sorry, I really didn't understand that or hear what you said. Can you please repeat that?
You're gonna have to, just one last time, you're gonna have to get to a place where you're not distracted. So based on the nature of the charge, there's no offer in the file. And the city attorney, before he avails you to an offer, he wants you to take the mission. Sir, I'm gonna give you another date to come back when you don't have such a distraction.
Can't turn upstairs and move back home.
I understand you're at work now?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna give you a date to come back when you don't have that big of a distraction.
I get off in less than 20 minutes, sir. If I could stay on till about 3 o'clock, I get off at 3.
All right, do that.
All right.
All right. All right, Mr. Lyman.
Your Honor,
Yes,
I will go to the next case. I'd just like to change tapes, if that's okay.
very well.
And Your Honor, what was Mr. Graham's first name was what now?
Trell, K-A-T-R-E-L-L. He's on the docket.
Okay.
On the, where is he? Where? He was on the docket. I don't have the docket. Where's the docket? Sometimes that happens. All right. Are we ready to go back, Mrs. Williams?
Just one moment, Your Honor.
Let me know when you're ready.
Judge, Miss Lowe is going to want a pretrial.
All right. Just a pretrial?
Because there's some, because I know she's not on the docket, so I was assuming that most of her stuff was in warrant status.
Well, look, I'm trying to either resolve it or set a trial date and have it resolved on the trial date.
Okay, we can do that.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, a trial date.
It's not, it's only 10, so it's only 10 misdemeanors. Huh? Points, what do you mean points? He hasn't had no points because it's been no adjudication.
Oh, it's a
lot of
potential.
If she were to plead today, she's pleading to how many counts?
She pleaded 3 of them. $240 a piece.
Ready, Your Honor.
Are those all failure to display?
We're back on the record with Lene Lowe. Ms. Lowe, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So here's the situation. As a, I did tell your lawyer that I would allow you to plead to 3 of the matters and will dismiss the other. Here, you've articulated that you're not working. You're taking an 8-year-old child. Have you finished school, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have any more than a high school education?
No, I just have a high school education.
All right. We'll just do this. We'll just have her plead to the 2 matters and dismiss everything else. Based on, we'll dismiss everything else. So that'll be a $480 fine. You have, ma'am, a long, long, long way to go with these civil infractions. And if you show me, ma'am, that you're gonna take care of these and you're active, I can give you community service to take care of these matters, or you can, I'm gonna give you time to pay. And if you come in and you make efforts to pay those matters, we'll go back and we'll revisit some of these civil infractions. And I can't say that they'll be dismissed, but I can say that I can waive the penalties and fees to try to get you back as close to the original ticket cost as possible. I do realize that these matters are pretty old, so whatever ramifications that were going to be had as far as points are concerned will probably not even be in discussion now. But as far as money and as far as getting a driver's license, we'll try to do the best we can for you. And correct me if I'm wrong, Counselor. I know when I was practicing, I would always try at least to get the reinstatement fees either waived or get the opportunity to pay those reinstatement fees. And then even though the tickets are in default, that person can go get a driver's license as long as those reinstatement fees are. Am I correct in saying that, Counselor?
I'm not sure if they can be waived. I could be wrong, but I've never seen.
They can be waived if I say they're waived. But what I'm saying is, at least give her, if we don't waive them, give her the opportunity to pay the reinstatement fee up front without having to pay the whole ticket, or somehow putting the reinstatement fee on the back end so that she can get a driver's license.
If they can be waived, I would definitely ask for it to be waived. If not, I will ask for it to be put on the back end.
Well, let's first allow Mrs. Lowe to digest the offer. That's a failure to display, amended count of failure to display. I'll fine you $240 for that failure to display. Now that's going to generate an automatic 30-day suspension, but you'll still have a long way to go to get a driver's license anyway. And then that other ticket is an open intox. That's an open intox driver. That's only going to be reduced to an open intox passenger. And the thing I always say about those tickets are, you know, it's 2 points either way. So you can elect to take that to trial or take these matters to trial based on that. But if you want the deal today, that's going to be the deal, and I'll fine you $240 in that. That's going to be $480. And then we'll dismiss all the other misdemeanor charges. And then after you make efforts in getting that $480 paid, or at least show the court that you're working toward that, then we'll revisit some of the civil infractions to see. But you got to do yourself a favor, ma'am. It's absolutely no reason you should be behind the wheel of a car right now. None.
Okay. I totally understand.
And don't come back in here next time. Don't let me see you driving.
Okay.
And you just shouldn't be driving anyway. You come in here and you get caught again, and all of this is going away. You're not going to get this favorable offer right now. So what would you like to do, ma'am?
You said, what would I like to do? I can barely hear you. The phone's breaking up.
What would you like to do? Would you like to take that deal that I availed to you? Would you like to speak again with Mrs. Jordan regarding that deal? Or would you like to take the stuff to trial?
Can I speak again with Ms. Jordan in the breakout room?
Certainly may. Join that room again. It should be up there for you.
Okay.
All right. All right. Is this Randolph Lyman? And Earl Graham, I got him. He's waiting to. So who's on the Volmar's phone? Is that you, Mr. Graham? Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
All right. So we were talking back on the record with Mr. Cantrell Graham. We talked about the nature of your case, and we'll go over it one last time. We said, based on the nature of your charge, the 26 to 30 miles per hour over, it's going to be asked of you in order to get an offer in this file to take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. Sir, you have two options, really. You get a plea to the cases straight up, which I wouldn't recommend, or take the cases to trial, or you got three options, or take the cases to trial is your second option, or you can take the Michigan Defensive Driving course. We'll give you time to take that course. I'll have you back here on September 15th, and you can show us completion, the certificate of completion of that course, and you can come to the court so that you can have a robust discussion about what you learned. I will say that this is a 4-point offense, sir, and I've seen it where the city attorney has been convinced that you've taken this course quite seriously, and you brought a lot to the court that day in the form of discussion on what you learned. And he's gone as far as to going to a no-point blocking traffic fine for that 26 to 30 over. So you let me know what you want to do.
All right, I'll take the last option, which is taking the course.
That's a smart man. All right, you have I'm gonna copy it again, and I'm gonna send it to you in the chat. The specific course that we want you to take. You see that, sir?
Yes.
Can you screenshot that, sir?
The Michigan Defenders Drivers.com. Yep, .com.
Yeah, www.michigandefensivedriving.com.
Yes. Recently.
And then select the Detroit Defensive Driving option. Take a screenshot of that, sir.
I did, sir.
And then I'm going to send you my email address now. You should get my email address.
All right. Screenshot of that too.
Okay. So do you have a driver's license now, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's not necessary for you to come back in any earlier. This case we'll just put all these cases, including the civil infractions, over until September the 15th. The only requirement that you're going to have is to take that course seriously and to take notes. And I guarantee you that if you pay attention, you're going to learn a lot that you probably didn't know, and it's going to remind you of other things that you did know, and you'll be able to bring some discussion to the court on that day. All right, sir?
All right, I have a question, sir.
All right, what's your question?
All right, so with this course, will this course cost anything? Are there charges?
Yeah, I think the course either costs $40 or $60. $60.
Okay. So right now, from here to August, what you say, 15th, correct?
No, September 15th.
September 15th. From here and until September 15th, I have to take this course.
Yes.
And by September 15th is my next court date. I will tell you what I know or learn from the course, and that's it.
Well, then an offer will be available to you. So remember, the more you bring to the court on that date, the better the offer will get. I can guarantee you that it won't be a 4-point offense that you're being charged with. So you're going to save yourself some points, which in turn is going to save yourself on insurance. That's the biggest deal. The money up front is pennies as it relates to what the insurance company will do to you in the end. And that'll do that for 3 years or more. So that's why I say the more you bring to the court, the better it's going to be for you. And I've even seen him go all the way down because he felt that the person took the case seriously. He brought a lot of information to the court. He's even gone all the way down to a blocking traffic for those speeding tickets. And that excess. All right?
All right.
All right. If there's no further questions, I appreciate it, sir. Make sure you send me that certificate before the 15th.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very well. I'll see you on the 15th, sir. Have a great day. Be safe out there.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right, now, back on the record with Mrs. Lowe again. Counselor, how are we gonna proceed?
She wants to plead, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lowe, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, ma'am. You understand, ma'am, you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give that trial right up?
Yes.
And, ma'am, has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No.
All right, ma'am. And keep in mind, ma'am, the only reason that I'm doing this for you is because you're, first of all, I can appreciate the fact that you're here, that you showed up and wanted to face these matters. Also, you told me that you've been out of work, and particularly because you have that 8-year-old son as well. I think he's a handful, I'm sure, and I have kids myself, and I'm glad they're not 8 anymore, but sometimes they act like they're 8, and they require a lot of resources. So I don't want this to hold that up, and it requires that you have a valid driver's license so you can get that young boy or girl.
Boy.
So you can get that young man around town where he needs to be, ma'am, okay?
Yes.
All right. So, Mrs. Lowe, I'm going to draw your attention back to January 20th, 2021 at around 8:50 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Jefferson and Chrysler. Ma'am, did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes.
You're trying to remember, because all the times that you've been pulled over, you're trying to distinguish which one it was, aren't you?
Yes.
So, ma'am, on that day.
No, I actually remember.
You do remember? Well, we're about to find out. Ma'am, on that date, it says you were here and you had open intox in a motor vehicle, ma'am. Were you in the car with some alcohol, ma'am?
Yes.
And what kind of alcohol did you have?
It was, I can't remember. What do
you drink? Well, you just drink whatever you get.
It was probably some Patron.
I don't need to be giving you no deal, ma'am. You're drinking Patron. You're drinking the most expensive stuff on the shelf.
Actually, I was in the car with someone and I was parked.
And you have this Patron.
They got me because I was driving.
Right. And you had this Patron. How did you carry the Patron, ma'am? What was it, in a cup? Was it in a bottle? What was it?
No, it was in the back seat in the bag.
Was it open, ma'am?
No, it wasn't open.
Well, I don't know. Was it, the cap was on it, but did y'all drink some of that Patron out that bottle?
No, we didn't. We was at the store. We had went to go and get like a chaser for the drink. We was actually parked inside of a gas station and they ended up pulling up behind me. I can tell you exactly what happened, but I'm not sure.
Listen, I trust that you're telling me the truth, but that kind of poses a problem. And I'll tell you why. Legally, it's absolutely nothing wrong with you having a bottle of Patron that's unopened and you transporting that Patron to wherever you're going. The problem comes in, as the ticket says, if it's open, intox in a motor vehicle. And it's irregardless of who has the open intox. You're the operator of that vehicle, so you're the one that's the gatekeeper of what comes in and out of your car. And you have to be responsible and say to people that have those gin and juice cups, Hennessy, and Patron and whatever chaser it is that they're drinking to say, no, you gotta either drink that or pour that out before you get in my car. But it's nothing illegal about what you're saying, so that creates a problem for me to take a factual basis, ma'am. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a trial date. And I'm gonna give you a sooner trial date rather than later. And Madam Clerk, is there a date that we can have?
Enough time for the officers, 3 weeks at least.
Yeah, so can you check the calendar and see what we are 3 weeks out? If that date is good enough? Because I have to be able to, I can't allow you to plead to a crime that, in your estimation, as far as what you're telling the court, you didn't do anything wrong, you know, and I'm not gonna let you do that. But what I will say, ma'am, is that I understand the situation, and we'll have any of the officers, we'll summons them to court on that day, and we'll have the city attorney here, and we will just go through each one of these matters and get something that you can live with. We're gonna give you the 2 misdemeanors today, $480. I can't see it being much worse than that because it's just not your fault. Because you're only telling the court, you know, how your recollection of the events, and based on what your recollection of the events are, it's not a crime. Now, if the officer comes in and says something differently, then that what we'll have the trial about, or that way, at that point, we will sit back and we will allow your attorney, who it probably won't be Mrs. Jordan, but it'll be another competent lawyer, and the city attorney and the officer work things out, okay?
Okay.
Good day, ma'am.
You're so swamped until, I mean, you want to just squeeze her in. So, I can show you what we have. If I do 3 weeks out, kind of swamped for any.
Well, I'm gonna rely on you, so you go ahead and you give her a date if you feel, you know, what the situation that Mrs. Lowe is in. I don't think you need any sooner date, because you've got a long way to go, ma'am, on getting a driver's license anyway. You got a lot of money, and if your mom, even if your mom is flush with cash, I don't know if she's willing to give all this money up to help you resolve these matters. But be that as it may, let's just give her the October 14th trial date.
Yes, ma'am.
October 14th, ma'am.
Okay.
Zoom back in on that day, and on that day we will we'll get some resolution of this matter one way or another.
Okay, and at what time?
At 9 a.m.
Okay, and can I speak back with Miss Jordan, please?
Certainly. Go back in the waiting room. Go back in the trial, October 14th, 9 a.m. Is this Mr. Who's unmute yourself on the Volmar phone? The gentleman that's on the Alicia Volmar phone. Can you unmute yourself, please?
How you doing?
What's your name, sir?
My name is Richard Earl, Lyman, Randolph, sir.
Okay, there we go. All right.
I'm blessed.
Very well, sir. I'm glad to hear that.
But actually, I had court.
All right, we're going to take care of you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
You don't like that. I've been listening to people talk too.
I don't know. This is the city of Detroit versus Richard, Earl, Lyman, Randolph. Case numbers SP 114238, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 114239, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 11424131. And let's say that, all right, that appearance for the record, please, counsel.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. There was some background noise.
That's Richard, Earl, Lyman, Randolph. He's here. He's a walk-in.
Oh, Rachel Jordan appearing on behalf of the defendant.
All right, here's what we're gonna do, Mr. Lyman, Randolph. Okay, there is an offer in this file. Let me stop. Let me stop. And you spoke with, let's go off the record. Did Mrs. I guess Mrs. Lowe, she got all her questions answered?
Yes.
All right, so she's gone. So let's go back on the record with Mr. Richard, Earl, Lyman, Randolph. Mr. Randolph, there's an offer here in the file to improper plates.
Your Honor, can he mute himself while you state that? He has a lot of background noise and I can't hear.
Mute yourself, sir.
Okay, I'm about to mute. Sorry.
We call you and you can hear everything we're saying. So the offer here is to plead to the amended count of failure to display for one of the driver's license tickets and to the amended count of improper plate to the insurance ticket and the rest of the matters. The rest of the matters will be dismissed. Sir, I'm going to fine you $240 for each misdemeanor plea. That's 2 of them. The one failure to display is a misdemeanor that does abstract to the Secretary of State, and it will suspend your license for 30 days. The other is a misdemeanor that does not abstract to the Secretary of State. Neither one carries any points, though. I will give you time to pay. And I'll say to you, sir, too, that you have some outstanding civil infractions.
Yes, sir.
Are older, and I will offer you the same thing that I offered Mrs. Lowe, as to take care of the cases that we have in front of us, and I will go back in time and see if we can get you down to the original ticket, but you're going to have to do something to first. Now, Mr. Lyman, Randolph, you have a right to a trial, and so we can set these matters for trial if you want. If you want to defend yourself in the cases, and you have a right to speak with Mrs. Jordan as it relates to the offer or how you should proceed moving forward. What would you like to do, sir?
How much money would I have to pay again?
Today, or not even today, I'll give you time to pay it, but what I'm concerned about is the 480.
480?
Yes.
So if I pay that 480, I'm good to go?
No, well, you'll be good to go as it relates to the nature of this hearing today, but you still got a ways to go to get a driver's license.
Yeah, my civil infractions. I know that, sir. I'm on that.
Yes.
I'm on that.
Yes. Yes, and what I would do is if you paid that 480, before you start paying on those civil infractions, I would take advantage of what I'm trying to offer you is to zoom back in, let us know you paid the 480, and then we'll revisit the civil infractions and see if we can get something, the late payment fees and stuff like that behind it to get you.
Okay, so, okay. Okay, how long you gonna take me to get that 480 paid?
How long do you need, sir?
You can give me a week or so.
I can give you more than that, but the week tells me that you're really trying to take care of it.
Yeah, actually, you can give me 2 weeks.
You want to take this deal then?
Yes, sir.
All right, raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down, sir. Mr. Lyman Randolph, you understand you have a right to a trial in the matter?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, let me draw your attention back to, let's see. Let me draw your attention back to December 4th, 2020 at around 3:56 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Tyerman and Mansfield, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that day, sir, were you operating a 1998 Chevy?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on that date, sir, did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, Your Honor.
And why is that?
I didn't have it, Your Honor.
Never had a license, have you, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. I'm going to find you guilty to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm going to fine you $240 in that matter. Sir, on that 1998 Chevy, sir, did the officer also ask you to produce valid insurance on that vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you couldn't do that either, could you, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Why is that, sir?
I didn't have it, Your Honor.
Because there was no insurance on the vehicle, sir?
No insurance, Your Honor. Correct.
Very well. I'm going to fine you $240. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of improper place. Improper place is a 0-point offense. It does not abstract to the Secretary of State. It is a misdemeanor. It's a $240 fine. Failure to display is a $240 fine, misdemeanor as well. But it does abstract to the Secretary of State, but it doesn't carry any points. It is going to further suspend your license for another 30 days. Sir, you said 2 weeks to pay. What I'm going to say to you, sir, is today is the
16th.
Let's go to August the 30th.
Okay.
I'm gonna set this for a review on August 30th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm gonna give you that opportunity to pay. I'm gonna waive any warrant fees, but I'm gonna hold you responsible. Well, you won't have any reinstatement fees on these 2 tickets anyway. So what I suggest you do, sir, is when court is over with and when you get ready to pay those monies, you'll see 2 fees for the of $240. Pay just those fees, sir, and as soon as you pay those fees, you can zoom back in, or you can wait till August 30th and zoom back in, and we'll address the civil infractions. Is that fair enough, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you understand what's expected of you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. I pay 200. I pay 480 before the 30th of August or on that day, and zoom back in with you once the matter is taken care of, and we can go from the civil infractions on that day.
Well, let's make sure it's paid before August 30th so we can go right into dealing with the civil infractions. But,
Okay.
if you want, so we'll do that. And that way I'll have it here on the computer. I'll see whether you paid it or not. And then
Okay.
we'll address the infractions, sir.
Okay. Can I go down to 36 and pay that cash, right?
All day long.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if there's no further questions, Mr. Lionel Randolph, I will see you back here on August 30th. And when I'll do like I said, we will address those other civil infractions and see if we can help you to get the driver's license.
Okay. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, very well, sir. There's nothing further, sir. Let me ask you this, sir. Are you registered to vote, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, very well. I'm not even going to tell you to provide me proof of that. I'm going to take your word for that. And I will see you back here on August 30th, sir.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
8:30 a.m. Have a great day, sir.
You have a blessed day too, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye.
Your Honor, was Mr. Richard on the docket today? I'm trying to get his
No, he wasn't.
name. What was his name? Spell it.
You want me to spell it out for you?
Not the Richard, the last name, the hyphenated.
Yeah, I know. Lynum hyphen Randolph. Randolph. And his middle name is Earl.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? All right. I'm going to remove you from the room, Mr. Lyman Randolph. All right. I think that will conclude the afternoon. I certainly appreciate you, Mrs. Jordan. Always good to see you. And
Well,
thank you. And of course, Mrs. Williams Law, I appreciate you as well. And I don't know when I'll see you again, Mrs. Jordan, but I hope to see you in the near future. If I don't, have a great day. And I will see you sometime, I'm sure.
absolutely. Take care.
Very well. That'll conclude it. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, are we going to do something with the gentleman that swore he will call back after work?
He's already been taken care of. That was Cottrell Graham.
Oh, is that who that was? Okay. Thank you.
I don't think he ever left the room. All right.
See you back.
Very well. See you.